Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Prachayane Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So whole Bhagavad Gita is a message finally how to become dear to Krishna. And as we become dear to Krishna, we enter the real world where real emotions are there. We all have affection. In this world, what you see, either what is happening or what you see in a movie, these are all reflections of real emotions. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we get angry, sometimes we are shocked, sometimes we feel affection for somebody, sometimes we get scared of somebody. All this kind of emotions today, are like somebody was talking about dream walking. Some people have that, some children also have that. They sleep and in sleep they start walking. So parents always keep the doors locked so that it does not fall on the road in front of. They start. Nobody knows the reason. They say maybe the whole brain is not asleep and some part of the brain is still not taken rest. They start walking like this in the dream. That's called dream walking. We are also in the same condition now. And whatever emotions, affections and reality we know of in this world today is actually cheating. We are not seeing the reality. And neither we are seeing the real emotion. Whatever forms we see in this world are only illusory forms. They are just packets of stolen dream. But we start putting so much, this is very beautiful, this is very ugly, and we start putting all those. These are bogus actually. It has no meaning. At the same time, not only the forms are illusory in this world, the relationship which we are trying to have in the illusory forms, that is also bogus. There's no meaning in it. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens we feel anger at somebody and we, sometimes we get surprised at something and we think, generally what a movie does, it takes you through a series of emotions. Sometimes you're laughing, sometimes you're correct. So this world also takes you like a movie is going on and we are responding to it. Just like in a movie. Whatever you have in the movie is only what? A color patch. There is no reality. When you're sitting in a movie hall and watching a movie, what you're seeing in the front? Color patch. Or when you open a computer, you're watching a movie, what you're seeing? A color patch. Is there any reality there? No. There is no reality. But we start imagining. Actually, they're acting. There is no reality. So we start imagining and we start getting affected by the whole drama. So material world also, there is no real relationship. It's not a real world. So the real world is being explained in Bhagavad Gita. Today we are lost in this illusory world. Temporary illusory world. Illusory in the sense that forms are not what we take it to be. Illusory because the relationships are not what we take it to be. That is why it is illusory. It is not that this material world does not exist. It exists. But the way we look at it, that is wrong. What you are looking at is in this world, we see varieties of form. It has no meaning. And we see varieties of relationships in this world. Te dvanda moha nirmuktam. There are dvanda in this world. Some forms are good, some forms are bad. There is dvanda in this world. Some people honor us, some people dishonor us. There is dvanda in everything. Something is pleasing to us, something is displeasing to us. Okay? Te dvanda moha nirmuktam. How do you know we have come to the spiritual platform? We become lifted. Correct? Somebody is envious of us, somebody is angry at us, somebody is praising us, somebody is worshipping us. There are different things happening in this world. When somebody is in spiritual bliss, he is indifferent to all this thing. Now, Bhagavad Gita is a message which pulls us to the spiritual platform from the material platform in which we are in. So when we give this message to somebody, Prabhupada also gives a very nice example. It's like a man is sleeping, and in a dream he's saying, tiger, tiger, tiger. What you should do? Wake him up. No? That is the best proposal. But some people, what they do? They enter the dream and they want to change the tiger. They try mystically to enter the dream and chase the tiger. That's what they are trying to do. So all the materialistic attempts to make people comfortable, either by leaders or the scientists, are nothing more than entering the dream world and chasing a tiger. The tiger does not exist. The problem don't exist. Our real problem is something else. The problems that are imagined by the leaders and so-called scientists of this world, all fools, their problems are the illusionary tiger in the dream. That's all. And they all think that if this tiger is chased away, the person will become peaceful. So they think, oh, this person is desiring this way to enjoy, let me give him this enjoyment. Oh, so nice. And they start imagining they have done some great service, and other fools worship them. What does Bhagavatam say? Swavidvara ustara khare samsutaha purusha pashu nayat karna padopeto jatunam gadagajaha. Bhagavatam says, actually these people are like 4 kinds of animals. Swa means dog. Vidvara means pig. Ustara means camel, and khara means ass. So society, if you analyze, consists of this 4 kinds of animals. Some people want a job like a dog. Some people do vices and they are actually killing themselves, but they think they are enjoying. That is like camel who bites thorn and drinks his own blood. Khare, asses, some people work 20 hours a day, no time for spiritual life. Tell them every day, half an hour at least to hear Bhagavad Gita. We are keeping time, even we are uploading, at least you cannot come wherever you are situated, at least here. That much time they don't have. And then Swa Vidvara, we talk about pigs who eat anything, no discrimination. We give them beef, they will eat. We give them vegetable, they will eat. There is no discrimination. When I can live by grains and vegetable, why I have to cut somebody's throat? No brain substance. They imagine some vitamins are less. Prabhupada used to laugh, he says, animals anyway will die. Why don't you eat them after they die? Why you have to kill them? Let them have a natural death. No, vitamins and properly they just imagine all these crazy things they imagine. In the Vedic system, there is something called a mochi. Mochi means to make shoes. So the animal anyway dies, even a cow or whatever it is, it will die one day. No? How long it will live? 10, 20 years. Then you take the animal. They will come and take the animal. And then they will cut the animal, they will eat the meat also. And they will take the skin, they will dry it in the sun and make shoes. Correct? This was a class of people doing that. But in the same way, there is no need actually to do these simple activities. It was organized, society was organized so nicely. But today, people are, they give some excuses and don't feel at all. So the society has to be awakened. And for that, Krishna's message of Bhagavad Gita is very much needed. So Krishna is saying, if they give this message to somebody, you will achieve pure devotion service to me. Now this is very difficult to understand. To understand Bhagavad Gita, you should distribute Bhagavad Gita. If you want to really understand, if you want to enjoy the message of Bhagavad Gita, you should distribute. And distribute not free, sir. That is not allowed or proper. In fact, one temple president, a very nice policy. He said, never give any person more than 2 Gita max. I never sell him more than 2 Gita. Because if you give more than 2, I'll just distribute free, which is of no use. And it is sad, many temples today do that. Just in December month, collect donation, 50 Gitas, 100 Gitas sponsor, and distribute free. Or at some, Swakadas, it becomes joke. No. So distribute Bhagavad Gita. It's not easy. And you go to somebody, say you should read, you go to any friend and tell him, this is a very good book. And he will definitely ask you, how much does it cost? 150. Then he will ask, what is there to read? When your value you are giving, you try to be convinced you are going to spend that much money or 200 bucks. He will think, yes, I like to have it. Then he has paid for it. And Prabhupada says that somebody has paid for the book. And he will go back home and he will say, at least in the Western world, in India they will not think like that. In the Western world also they buy, but they don't know anything. They don't have any relationship to Bhagavad Gita. They just say, let me see what nonsense is there. They just open and start reading. And they are amazed. Because they are trying. They think, let me take advantage of this book. In India, they will not think, at least culturally, nobody will think, what nonsense is there. They will think, I paid money, let me take advantage. Correct? That's the tendency everybody has. And when he starts reading, so nice. The book becomes valuable. If you distribute free, it has no value. So the message of Krishna consciousness has to go man to man. You cannot go with a helicopter and throw, no use. Even if you throw, people will pick it up and throw it in a dustbin. Three things don't have value. So there is no other way than to go man to man, individual to individual in the whole world and say, please read Bhagavad Gita. Correct? There is no other way. There can be no quick fix. So everybody actually. Sure, then you say, why you are giving classes? No, we are just repeating the words of the Acharya. As far as we surrender to the Acharya, it will have some benefit. But you should, everybody should, keep some time every day and personally read directly the words of the Acharya. Because Prabhupada ordered his books to be distributed. Somebody told, no, without me, you cannot understand Prabhupada's words. This is craziness. Gone mad over it. As if through you, Prabhupada's words have to be understood. It is not like that. Prabhupada said these books will be the law books for 10,000 years. Keep printing and distributing these books. So anybody, we should not, Prabhupada is to say any book you pick up, you can read. And it's like a sugar candy. There was one devotee who felt that Ishopanishad is very tough, so he was not distributing. So Prabhupada said, why you make this hanky-panky ideas? Any one of my book, people can read and they can understand. It is true, for technical sense, for Chaitanya Charitamrita is given little later. And Bhagavatam also, there is a sequence. Prabhupada said these 4 books any individual should read in the first. Gita, Krishna, Nectar of Devotion and Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And then there are so many lectures Prabhupada they have collected in so many books, Nectar of so many books. Bhagavatam is like a graduation and Chaitanya Charitamrita is a post-graduation. So like that we can organize where every person can benefit from that. So in that way we can understand this Krishna is now certifying here what is dear to him. And more we become dear to Krishna, more our spiritual life enhances. Prabhupada says our whole business is to become dear to Krishna, nothing else. So when more and more you try to distribute Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is pleased. And the moment Krishna is pleased and you are reading Bhagavad Gita, the message is absorbed in the heart. It is very difficult to understand how the two things are connected. It is connected. Spiritual knowledge and the subject matter itself are connected. What is the shloka? Bhagavata. Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti. By serving a Bhagavata, book Bhagavata becomes understandable.
अष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवती उत्तम श्लोके.
Yeah. Anyway, so as you serve a Bhagavata, a devotee, the book Bhagavatam becomes understandable. Now this is very interesting, surprising. You are studying mathematics or you are studying physics and you just give a nice meal to your teacher, and the mathematics subject become understandable. No connection actually. In any subject, material subject, there is no connection like this. Correct? You have to study physics, you are not able to understand physics. Now you go, some institute is there of physics, give some donation there, come down to try to read, understand it. There is no connection. But here you are trying to read Bhagavad Gita, not able to understand Bhagavad Gita. Do some service to Krishna or his Vaishnavas. Then you sit, understand. Mystery it is. Because the knowledge is not different from Krishna. It is the transcendental knowledge. It manifests in the heart of only a devotee. So it manifests its presence when Krishna or his devotees serve. So this way we can understand Krishna is saying that after telling the whole message of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says don't tell it to non-devotees. But this message is for devotees. Now the non-devotees, Prabhupada many times say, have no business to poke their nose in Bhagavad Gita. It is not meant for them. Sometimes somebody may say, why Bhagavad Gita speaks like that? So wait a minute. This book is not meant for non-devotees. It is meant for devotees. First become a devotee, then you ask anything. Otherwise you cannot explain anything yet. The Prabhupada says we have double work. First we have to turn a person into a devotee. Then we have to can teach him Bhagavad Gita. Try to understand this subject matter. It is not easy. Prabhupada gives a very nice example. Just like he says, unless you are graduate, you cannot enter a law college. Correct? At least previously this was the law. Some people enter law college even after 10. They have a system. But there is a qualification needed to enter any college. So similarly, to understand and enter into the mystery of Bhagavad Gita, we should be a devotee. So that is the general order of Krishna here, that give this book, to give this message to the devotee. But how do you do? The best way is, Acharya has written these books for any common person, devotee or non-devotee, give it. How is it so? Prabhupada explained this in Bhagavad Gita. There are four kind of people who are unfit for spiritual life. Who are the four kind of people? Mudha, Naradama, Maya, Vrita, Jnana and Asuri Bhava Mashita. Four kind of people who are the very sinful, and then Mudha, always no time for spiritual activities, very sinful, and then very proud of his knowledge and very proud of his power and envious of God. These four people are unfit to understand Bhagavad Gita. And the four people who are pious, four pious category, who are in some problem, Artho, Artharthi, Jigyasu, Jnani, who are some problem, who need Mano, Artharthi, and who have some inquiry, but is a pious background and who is in knowledge. So these four people are fit to understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. But Prabhupada writes a very interesting purport there. Prabhupada does not matter. All these 8 varieties, if they meet a pure devotee, they can be elevated to spiritual platform. The same way, if we give this book to somebody, devotee, non-devotee, does not matter. He can be saved. These books are so powerful. Because this is the heart of a pure devotee. So in this way, we should be very eager how these books can be distributed. And this was the desire of Prabhupada. Prabhupada every week, he used to ask the disciples, the BBT chief used to ask, give a report every week about the book distribution figures. And he used to be very happy to see the book distribution expanding more and more. In fact, Prabhupada used to say, double it, make it 10 times. No other service Prabhupada asked weekly reports. Nothing else. Just given this report, how the book distribution will go. So this is actually real work also. This is very important to understand, because as people read Prabhupada books, there is no other shortcut. They start developing faith in Krishna consciousness. They start advancing in Krishna consciousness. These books are the foundation of any individual's spiritual life. So Prabhupada used to say, as these books are being distributed, that is solid work. It's not easy to understand. We think solid foundation of building is made. Who will come? If they come, they will not stay. First thing is that even if they come to the temple, we should keep to see that they get proper books. And if they go with the books, because taking darshan that is anyway happening in India in so many temples, what's the big deal if you make a big temple? They should go with proper books. That is their main focus. If they go with the proper books and they start reading these books, definitely they'll enhance in devotion. Srila Prabhupada ki